Meteorologist Adam Claibon. Adam, it's your day off. You were out there enjoying a Sunday night. I'm curious to hear your perspective on where you were at Seattle Center and what you saw or heard.
Yeah, Madeline, good evening. Me and some friends, we were probably about a 5-minute walk away from where everything sounds like it was happening. And initially, you hear the sounds, the pops of what now we know are gunshots that initially you probably knew something was odd about it, but then you would just go ahead and dismiss it like, okay, it was just fireworks. And then you keep hearing more distinct sounds and then more of those pops. And after a while, it became very evident that those were actually gunshots that were occurring. And so at that point, my friends and I were there. We started to see this large mass of people just running towards us. And at that point, we kind of knew, like, okay, we're dealing with this shooting situation right here. And so that's when we started to try to get to safety, try to run where we could get somewhere where we could get away from everything. And at the same time, too, we've been talking about a lot of the hysteria and just the pandemonium that was going on at that point. Obviously, you're trying to get to safety yourself, but you're seeing a lot of people around you who may be falling down and trying to help them up at the same time. And, just trying to work together in a situation that obviously is very awful and trying to make the best of it while at the same time trying to get to a place where you can get out of Dodge.
Seeing that, Adam, and let alone being part of it is traumatic. What was going through your mind when you realized people are running, I need to run, I need to get out?
So initially, you're just in the moment, like you're just trying to get to somewhere that's safe. And I guess the adrenaline is rushing at that point. And so, again, helping others, trying to make sure that you're getting to a certain spot safely. All of that doesn't really hit you until you get away from the situation. And then after getting away from it for a little while, that's when kind of set in and you think about, okay, what if I were maybe in a different area? Perhaps that could have been myself and some of my friends who could have been impacted by some of these gunshots. And so, thoughts and prayers for those who have been affected by this. We hope that those who are
Of
injured
course.
right now will continue to get better and hopefully heal. But definitely a bit of a shock, and as just continuing to think about it, it'll set in. But still grateful for my friends and I at least being okay.
That's what I was going to ask you, Adam. I'm so grateful they're okay. Clearly, this did not end well for many families. Frightening situation that unfolded there. I'm sorry you had to witness that. I do want to ask, we were talking to former Sheriff John Urquhart earlier about how Seattle Center is such a vast campus. There are so many entry and exit points throughout the campus. So how did you know where to go, and where did you end up after you ran?
Well, I would say probably just seeing where the people were running from. Obviously, we would try to run in the opposite direction of where they were running from at that point, and just continuing to a certain point. We had one of our friends who was thankfully able to encounter a police officer on a bike who was heading into the direction of the gunfire, was telling him, like, hey, this is gunfire. You guys need to get to safety. And so that was thankfully some of the information we were able to get from SPD to get into a situation where we were able to get to a safe spot and to know that we were in a situation where we're dealing with current gunshots at that point and that we needed to act accordingly.
Well, Adam, I can't thank you enough for taking the time to join us. I'm so sorry you had to witness this on your day off. So grateful you are okay. Thank you for adding your perspective to us as we continue to learn more about this shooting. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Madeline.
Well,